This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pickett sets up play action. A short one there to Freiermuth. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pickett to throw on first down. And here's Freiermuth again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Off play action, Pickett. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, but any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Pickett. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Bobby Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it? Or is it time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now the 4th year man, it's Cam Akers. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Taken in at the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up, and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Second down, here's Pickett. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Boswell's kick is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, the Rams at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now Austin. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's another carry for Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And there defensively was Jack Jones. This is 2nd and 8. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? It's Pickett on the keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing is Stafford. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Ethan Evans on now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Byron Young there on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Pickett now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a
They hand this off to Harris. Yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll toss to Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenny Pickett with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Pickett will try to throw for this. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now Stafford's going to move him around. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Hey, give me radar.
Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't give points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw is Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now Pickett. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They run with Harris. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Pickett. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Touchdown! Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the first. There he goes left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Stafford now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They'll run again with Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, did a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Stay 50, stay 50.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Marr on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett back to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Pickett.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill it to the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll run here with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. They snap it to Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers taking it in. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because you had the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin,
75 yards.
And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They're going to run it with Harris. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one.
The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. An audible here to get a new look. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him when it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. On fourth down, Stafford. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, and that's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, and he did it with both his arm and his legs. You talk about a dual threat. How about this headline? 2 touchdowns passing, 2 more rushing. They just couldn't find a way to slow him down.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.